Have you ever loved someone so deeply that you became afraid of losing them? Maybe you've checked your phone one more time, hoping for a reply. Maybe you've wished someone would understand you or become the person you imagined. We often call this love. But what if love was never meant to feel so heavy? What if true love begins not by holding on tighter, but by learning how to let another person be free? Today, let's explore a quieter way to love. Welcome. Take a slow breath. For just a few moments, allow yourself to step away from the endless stream of messages, notifications, and expectations. We live in a time where staying connected has never been easier, yet feeling truly close to one another often seems harder than ever. Sometimes we hold on too tightly. We worry that if we stop checking, stop controlling, or stop trying to keep everything exactly the way we want it, we might lose the people we love. But what if love was never meant to feel like holding something with a closed fist? What if real love feels more like an open hand, gentle, steady, and free? When we become attached to someone, it often begins with something beautiful. We care. We appreciate their presence. We feel safe when they are near. But little by little, care can quietly become fear. Fear of losing. Fear of change. Fear that one day they may choose a different path. Without noticing it, love becomes mixed with anxiety. And anxiety always whispers the same message: hold on tighter. Yet the tighter we hold, the more fragile the relationship begins to feel. There's a quiet truth that can change the way we love. No person truly belongs to us. Not our partner, not our children, not our friends. Each person has their own dreams, their own choices, their own journey through life. When we stop trying to own another person's path, we create space for trust to grow. And trust is where love can breathe. Imagine trying to keep a bird by closing your hand around it. The tighter you squeeze, the less freedom it has. And without freedom, its beauty begins to disappear. Relationships are much the same. The people we love are not meant to live inside our expectations. They are meant to fly beside us, not inside a cage we build from our fears. Perhaps the greatest gift we can offer someone is not constant advice, not endless reassurance, and not trying to shape them into who we wish they would become. Perhaps the greatest gift is simply our presence, to listen, to understand, to walk beside them without needing to control every step. Because love becomes stronger when it is supported by kindness, and kindness always leaves room for freedom. In the next part, we'll explore simple daily practices that help us love deeply while letting go with peace. One simple practice can quietly transform every relationship. Listen. Not only to someone's words, but also to the feelings that may never be spoken aloud. Often, people are not asking us to solve their problems. They simply want to feel heard. When we stop preparing our next response and instead become fully present, our attention becomes a gift. Sometimes the deepest form of love is not speaking at all. It is creating a safe space where another heart can gently unfold. Trust does not mean believing that everything will always go our way. Trust means allowing life and the people we love to grow in their own time. When we constantly check, constantly worry, or constantly try to manage every outcome, our fear quietly becomes another person's burden. But when we choose trust, we offer something far more valuable than control. We offer freedom, and freedom invites genuine closeness. Every season changes. The trees do not resist becoming green. The flowers do not apologize for blooming. And people also change. Sometimes they grow in ways we expected. Sometimes they surprise us completely. Love becomes healthier when we stop asking, "Why aren't you the same as before?" and begin asking, "How can I understand who you are today?" Expectations often whisper, "You should make me happy." Gratitude gently says, "Thank you for walking beside me today." One creates pressure, the other creates appreciation. Every evening, try asking yourself one simple question. What did I receive today that I almost overlooked? The answer may be a smile, a kind message, a quiet moment together. Small moments often become the strongest foundations of lasting love. Love does not become stronger by holding tighter. It becomes stronger by creating space. Space to rest. Space to grow. Space to be completely ourselves. When we offer that kind of freedom, we may discover something surprising. People often stay closer when they never feel trapped. Real love is not measured by how tightly we hold on. It is measured by how gently we walk beside one another. Many of us believe that attachment begins with love, but often it begins with fear. A quiet fear that says, "What if I am left behind? What if I am no longer important?" These fears are deeply human. There is nothing wrong with having them. The real change begins when we notice them with kindness, instead of allowing them to quietly guide every choice we make. No matter how carefully we plan, life continues to change. People change, dreams change, circumstances change. Trying to control tomorrow is like trying to stop the tide. The more energy we spend resisting change, the less energy we have for appreciating today. Peace begins when we stop asking life to remain still and begin learning how to walk with its changing seasons. In today's world, we see thousands of carefully edited moments every day. Perfect vacations, perfect families, perfect relationships. Without realizing it, we begin comparing our ordinary lives to someone else's highlights. But love is not a competition. Every relationship grows at its own pace. Just as every flower blooms in its own season, every heart learns in its own time. When worry begins to pull your mind into the future, take a pause. Take one slow breath. Notice the ground beneath your feet. Notice the air entering your lungs. Notice the quiet sounds around you. In this single moment, nothing is missing. The present may be simpler than the stories our fears create. And often, it is where peace has been waiting all along. As we begin letting go of the need to control, something beautiful happens. Our conversations become lighter, our hearts become softer, our relationships become more honest. Not because life becomes perfect, but because love no longer depends on perfection. It grows through patience, it grows through understanding. And most of all, it grows in the space where both people are free to become who they truly are. Every morning brings a new opportunity to love differently. Before reaching for your phone, before checking your messages, take one quiet breath. Then gently remind yourself, I do not need to control today. I only need to meet it with kindness. These simple words may seem small, yet repeated each morning, they slowly reshape the way we meet the people we love. The next time someone disagrees with you, take a pause before reacting. Instead of asking, how can I win this conversation? Try asking, how can I understand this person a little better? A single thoughtful pause can prevent countless unnecessary arguments. Peace often begins in the quiet space between listening and speaking. The people we care about are not unfinished versions of our expectations. They are complete human beings, still learning, still growing, just like us. When we stop trying to shape another person's journey, we discover something remarkable. Acceptance creates the kind of safety where love naturally becomes deeper. Healthy relationships are rarely built through one grand moment. They are built one conversation, one act of patience, one kind decision at a time. Each day gives us another opportunity to begin again, to forgive, to understand, to love with open hands instead of closed fists. That quiet choice, made again and again, becomes the foundation of a peaceful life. Perhaps love was never meant to be something we possess. Perhaps it was always meant to be something we share. When we replace fear with trust, expectation with gratitude, and control with understanding, our relationships become lighter. Our hearts become quieter. And little by little, we discover that the greatest freedom we can give another person also becomes the greatest freedom we give ourselves. Thank you for spending these moments with me. May your relationships be filled with kindness, your heart with peace, and your life with love that is gentle enough to let others fly. Until next time, take good care of yourself and those who walk beside you. Be natural, Be simple. Be peaceful.